Hello everybody, today I'd like to show you a Power BI sample report, the simplest one, customers on the globe, and the data is pulled from Navision, and we will consolidate 3 companies from the demo environment. I believe that the same script should work for Project Tenerife, whatever will be the name of this, Dynamics 365.
We have the list of customers from Kronos Canada company. Test data environment has 3 companies in one database, and in our report we will be consolidating all 3 of them together. Let's take a look at one of them. So we will see the fields customer name, we'll see the city, also we'll see the country region code as well as state. For the international customer, state will be probably empty. Like for this one, for example. Looks like this is Malaysia. This is tabular view, and let's take a look at the data set. Edit query, and let's click on steps here. So there are the steps. So this is the server and database. This is under demo database, and I use store procedure here. Store procedure. Then let's take a look at report before we analyze store procedure. So what we got to do is just click on the report to highlight it, and then click on the map. There is no numerical data, nothing, so only the addresses. And the addresses are across the globe. As you can see, Navision was popular in Europe, that's why you see many customers across Europe, and also the cluster of customers in the United States. Over to see the name of the customer and the city. This is SQL Management Studio, and we expanded the tables. As you can see, in NAV, tables have a prefix, and this is the prefix. And the prefix is produced from the name of the company, standard table postfix or name, like customer, for example, in this case, by $, as you can see here. And all the companies are hosted in the same database in this case. And if you have only one company, you're lucky. You don't really have to do the cursor running and picking up one by one the company prefixes, and you just hard code this. In our case, we would like to make it clean and universal, so we would like to do one by one consolidation, and the consolidation prefix will be taken by the select statement. So what we do in the store procedure? In the store procedure gives you the option to create temporary table as well as define cursors in the temporary fields. In our case, we need the prefix, and then we create the table, and the table will have just few parameters. I like small tables. This will give you the option to load relatively long data sets without the fields that are clogging your data set and eat up the limits which will give you which you have by your subscription on Power BI. So we create temporary table, and in this table we have name of the customer, city, county, which is the state usually, and then country region code. Then first cursor takes the company prefix and this will be pretty close to company ID, underscore and $sign as well. So this is the select statement to pull the prefix. In our case, we take it from information schema. You can also take it from company's table, but in company's table you have to produce the additional postfix, and then I think they do. Yeah, that's pretty much all you need to do. Information schema is giving you exact match with the prefix. Then the first cursor takes the prefix from one company to another company. We use distinct, so it will be only 3 records because we have only 3 companies here. And then this is we are coming through all these 3 companies one by one. And then we have a nested cursor, and this nested cursor is not exactly in the form of nested cursor. Instead, it is implemented inside the exec statement. So we build it on the fly. So if we build it on the fly, we need the parameters to be defined inside, as you can see here in the string. It's kind of slow. This sample should show you how you build up the cursor, and the cursor could be very complex. You can test first the query, normal query, and then you can assemble it into the string when you are satisfied with results, and you can use the same technique. This simplest technique will or could be applied in the complex situations when you pull average cost from the inventory, or gross profit, or profit percentage, or you name it. The second cursor gives us the temporary table for record row for each customer, and the row will have only few fields. However, the technique is applicable to the more advanced situations. And then at the end, what we do, we inside this exec statement we close cursor and deallocate it, and then we deallocate the external cursor by company cursor, which is working with prefixes, and then so we close it and we deallocate it, and then we produce the result set from the stored procedure, and it's going to be select statement from temporary customer table, and then we drop this temporary table, and everything is clean.
Okay, was it a difficult one? I think it was not difficult for somebody who considers himself or herself reasonably good in SQL scripting. By the way, if you need help, I can send you the script, and you can see my contact information. Scroll down this video and you'll see my email and phone number in the description of this video. Thank you for watching.